Welcome to In the Shadow of Big Red Eye. My name is Mike Famelon. Tonight we meaning Wiley, a couple friends and I, are in the Sourland Mountains in Hillsborough, New Jersey. And we are doing a hike going up to some areas. Why? Because it has been cloudy in New Jersey. We have not seen the sun for 11 days. And it's the first nice day, so we are out taking full advantage of it, and we are just gonna bring you along for the ride. So here we go, and it looks like we're gonna climb a mountain. Oh boy.
Really, you can make it? Yeah, use your tippy toes. Just like so. Walk diagonal.
I think they have zero tread left in them. I wouldn't be able to get, like, first of all, I couldn't climb a tree. Let's start with that.
With ropes.
It's a little sketch to start. I don't think so. I don't know how to tie knots. So that's a little sketch. And then you put me up anywhere over like 10 feet. I already broke one ankle. I can't afford to break another one.
But this is one of my favorites. Because it's so doable. That's wild. That is crazy. What? Wait, if you fall, it's gonna hurt. I'll catch you.
When you do fall, Wiley, can I post this?
Kind of hard. I don't know how I'm gonna get back over that way.
Wow.
Grab that, Ben. See, I know, I gotta see if I can reach.
Holy Jesus. He made it, folks.
Nice, Wiley.
Wow. He just Spider-Man that.
I've climbed this twice, man.
Gotta grab the ball bag.
It's doable. I just can't do it.
That's crazy. I could never even do anything close to that. I am so not in shape. I am like the most out of shape person. Like, if you take all of our fatness and add them together, that's like a quarter of my fatness.
I feel you on that.
And what do they do, Wiley?
Just climb these cracks. That's it.
For the purpose of
Finger strength.
Okay.
But honestly, there's way better rocks. People just don't go off trail to look. That's so cool.
Let's see how it's done.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always seeing people like hanging upside down. So like I think they put their foot here or something. You think you grab like that? Cause you have to start off with the hang, right? Maybe. Oh look here. I think that maybe they. Ow! Yeah, I can't. Ow! That hurt. I have no idea. Power lines and pipelines and a lot of travel ways, basically.
Yeah, through here. Yeah, definitely. And cool boulders.
And plenty of places to hide.
Yeah.
A lot of mountain-esque features.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speaking of, we have seen just a few people and the parking lot's packed.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that just goes to show you how big this place really is. You said it before.
Yep.
Which is pretty neat.
You're like right here. Watch out, Ben. See? You can do it, Johnny. That wasn't too bad. Parkour.
Parkour. Yeah.
Ben. See you, man. See you, man.
See you. Thanks for coming out. That was really cool.
Great coming out.
Nice to see you guys again.
Likewise. See you on the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you, Wiley.
See you guys. Love you. Those are my roomies.
That's awesome. They're good people.
Dogman stuff out here.
What do you say?
There's a ton of dogman stuff out here.
Is there?
Yeah.
Not just your reports?
Nope. There's other reports in Montgomery, which is the Sourlands is half in Hillsborough and Montgomery.
Got you.
So we're basically in dogman territory for sure. My parents have had 2 sightings.
It's wild.
Yep.
That's really crazy.
And my parents just don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah, they're a little bit in denial, but they did see canines on all 4s, but they were the size of deer, and they were like,
Oh, jeez.
they were, they thought they were deer at first. Big deer. And they said they moved super fast. Plus, there's a documented Bigfoot sighting here at the Sourlands.
This is
Where
very-
I'm taking you to the on the pipeline.
To the pipeline, yeah.
So,
We'll get
when
it.
you're on the pipeline, there's a bunch of like, it goes up and then it goes down and then it goes up and then it goes down.
Right.
And they were on one of the hills, and on the
Gotcha.
other hill, like 100 yards away, I'd have to say probably, they saw it come out of the wood line, cross the trail that was there, then walk into the tall grass back into the wood line. And
Yeah.
That was their encounter, and it looked over at them and then continued down. And then they went over to where it was, and they could see big footprints in the grass where it had crossed.
Wow.
And there's a bunch of other local stories and stuff like that. I'm sure there's been a lot more sightings, because for every documented sighting and encounter, there's probably 100 more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe 100, yeah.
Think about it.
We don't know. You have no idea, really.
Who
But it's true.
Reports their encounters? Like,
Yeah, barely anybody, I'm
even
sure.
my encounters, none of them have been reported.
And, yeah, you're right.
Think about how many other people.
And when I go out, I don't report my encounters,
Yeah, exactly.
right? The researchers don't report their encounters.
Right. So.
Fire siren. I'm guessing it's noon, 12:30 something. But a lot of times what we do is when we hear fire sirens, we stop, because that sometimes sets off a Bigfoot. I think the vocals, the howl, sounds very similar to a fire siren. So we always try to listen to see if we can hear anything. So nothing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had a friend that I lived with on the farm, and I got him into listening to Sasquatch Chronicles.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, he had that mindset, like, oh, I've literally spent my whole life in the forest. Like, if there was a Bigfoot, I would have seen it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know, be a little more open-minded, humble yourself a little bit to the fact that there's things out there that you haven't seen. You know?
Yeah,
There's
right.
bobcats and fisher cats and mink here in New Jersey. Have you ever seen any of them?
True.
So you can't say that you've seen everything. So anyway, he kind of started to become more open-minded, and he became open to the subject. And he lives and works on his family farm, which is a beef farm. So whenever they do their slaughter once a year, they get tons and tons of scrap meat and bones.
Oh,
And he's
God.
got all these ATVs, and he lives right next to the railroad tracks that go basically all the way to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And you could ATV the whole way into Pennsylvania. That's how rural it is.
Wow.
So I was telling him, because he has a bunch of game cams, I was like, dude, take that meat, drive as far as you can to the most squatchy area that you can find,
Yeah.
set the game camera up, and put the meat out there. So he got 50 pounds of like beef.
Right.
Like more, maybe more than 50 pounds. And he got all these like, just tons of meat. And he put it on his ATV, and he rode it like miles, 2 hours out towards Pennsylvania from Flagtown, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And he set it out set it up in the spot and laid it all over these rocks and logs and on tree branches up in the air. And you know, some crows came in, and he put his game camera facing all of it. And it was funny because like he came up to me and I asked him about it. I was like, so what's going on with that game camera and the meat? And he's like, dude, the weirdest ever happened. He's like, he's like showing me the pictures. He's like, you see some crows, you see some blue jays, and they're scavenging, and all of a sudden you see something in the background. And he said he showed it to his friend, and he was like, does this look like it could be a Sasquatch? And he looks at it and he goes, God, it kind of does look like it could be a Bigfoot. So anyway, he's one picture you see it clips and you don't really see anything. In the next one, you just see a black head popping out behind a tree. And then the next two pictures are black, completely black. And then the next picture, all the meat is gone. Oh. All the meat, 50 to 75 pounds of meat.
How many times do we hear a story like that?
How crazy is that,
that's
dude?
so messed up.
And this happened to my friend, and I
right here.
Yeah, and I inspired this whole entire act of events.
So Wiley, what are you doing?
I am collecting water. This is actually, you could drink out of this. This is completely filtered through the ground spring water, but I'm going to be safe. I have a filter attached to this.
So, okay, that's a filtered water bottle, yeah.
Water. This actually doesn't filter out any of the minerals or anything like that. So you get to you get all the benefits of drinking water from the ground.
From it. Interesting.
Like great, healthy spring water. We're at the top right now, so this is literally coming out of the ground. This is the source. Look at
You're right.
This is a spring. You can hear it trickling under the ground here. But yeah, whenever you're trying to drink water and not filtering it, you want to find a fresh spring, just like this, that is basically coming out of the ground. If you can find the source, it'll typically be filtered. This is completely filtered. It's coming out of the ground. I don't even need this filter. I could just drink this.
So you would be 100% comfortable drinking that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. For our viewers at home, who may be just getting into wilderness and stuff, what would you say to them?
What would I say to them?
Yeah.
I would say
try to filter everything if you can.
I would say be really careful. Don't drink any water unless you're completely sure that it's safe. Always just boil it if you don't know it's safe. If you boil it for 10 minutes, it'll kill any contaminants. Or use a water filtration system. This is a really nice one. This is the Life Straw. It's pretty cool because it's lightweight. You could bring it hiking, and if you're hiking in an area where you know there's going to be a lot of water sources, this is a great safe way to consume water and get all the benefits of drinking water, like get all the mineral benefits. But yeah, so I would drink this, but the one thing that is keeping me from drinking it is we're so close to the trail.
Yeah.
The trail's right there, so people walk their dogs. Anywhere anyone is walking a dog and the dog could poop, that animal feces would really could contaminate the water. So like if I were to even drink this water 20, 50 feet down the stream, there's so many things that could contaminate it.
Yeah.
That's why you want to really find the water at the source of where it's coming out of the ground and the dirt. So you know that is filtered.
And so another good tip would be to find water go as far upstream as plausible as you could.
Right now we're at the
tippy top. I mean, we can't go any further. So that's a great spot. Cool.
Lichen, moss, and ferns are indicator species of a healthy ecosystem, and typically an indicator species is Bigfoot. Wow. So cool.
Beautiful.
So you see how there's like a hill like that? They were probably standing maybe about right here, and something crossed like right through the middle of that pipeline.
So
Came out of the woods, walked through this brush, crossed that little skinny trail, and walked back through the brush back into the woods, and that was their sighting.
So it just crossed in front of them.
Yep.
Wow. Right somewhere along this gas line. We know that's a fact. We don't know exactly where.
And it was like a hill, like this. See how this like comes up? There's a hill. There's
goes
one
down
of these.
a little bit, right?
And if you go to the other top of that ridge, it does the same thing.
Yeah, it's just rolling hills, right?
The trails, there's like maybe one more trail entrance going this way, up at the top there, then that's it for the hiking. Then it's just
Nothing.
wilderness and very top. At the very top, you can see the New York City skyline. Way out there. It's a great view. Yeah, you can. Wow, there's the freezing tower.
Oh yeah. That's far.
Isn't that cool though?
Yeah.
How epic is that?
There's New York City from way east.
50 miles.
50 miles east.
Exactly 50 miles away
Wow.
from here. I'm gonna be like, hello, 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 hello. Oh man, in the summer there are some huge snakes here, because you know how there's a lot of boulders.
Yeah.
For some reason, you know, the boulders have been here for thousands of years, so snakes for some reason have just existed here, and they're kind of like isolated, and there's just so many snakes here in the summer. Like on all the hot days they come out, and you see some of the biggest snakes in New Jersey. King snakes, black rat snakes, copperheads, timber rattlesnakes.